Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Skeptical Scotsman. I'm going live because I want to. Oh, let's see here. All right. Now, I've sent that out. Oh, welcome to the Skeptical Scotsman. I want to go over some fine points today, and we shall see how that turns out. Um, yes, we're going to do the normal Trump bashing. Just so you guys know, for today, I went and saw the movie Hamilton because I wanted to see it, and it is its 10th year anniversary today. So I took the day off and went and seen it and got some other stuff done too. So hooray! Now, I'm waiting for somebody to pop up. He said he wanted to join in, so I'm waiting for him to pop up right now. We got some very interesting. We got, as far as I've gotten written down, we have six topics to cover tonight. So, and of course, everything on my damn computer's starting to pop up and crap. Stuff I don't need it to pop up doing, it's doing. Yeah, you need to hook up your stuff before I can put you on the stage. Because without your camera or your mic, you ain't getting in. Now, as an interesting precursor to all of this, or the first area, um, I still have yet to verify this, but I did hear about it on multiple videos on multiple social media sites. So I'm not just pointing out idiotic rumors. I'm hearing this from reputable sources that I trust. That's why I'm bringing it up now. Okay, and yeah, you're gonna want to get live on this Unleashed. Trust me, you want to. Or is your computer being a duty head? All right, guys and girls. The first topic is one that hit me, and I had to write it down. But gays and trans people denied rights to bear arms. I thought this was the party of the Second Amendment. Those rights shall not be infringed upon. Yeah, you have to update your computer at some point, Unleashed. You waited until I invite you to do something, and then you decide to turn on your computer. You need to update it a little more often. I had to update today because I didn't update the other day when I made the last live I did. So yeah, I updated that before I came on. I was being prepared, but anyway, um, gays and trans being denied rights, the right to bear arms, because of them being gay or trans is a sign of mental deficiency. Being a Trump voter is a definite sign of that. Being gay is not a sign of any of that shit. I don't believe trans is either some of the time, although there are times that I question it, which I'm allowed to do. I'm allowed to question. I'm allowed to intelligently debate that issue. I am allowed to intelligently do things. I'm not denying anybody's right to exist. What I will question is how and what form they are living it in. Now, would I do the same thing to somebody who's accused of pedophilia? Absolutely. I would question them about that because it's warranted. I'm not going to say they shouldn't have ever lived, unless you're like Hitler or Jeffrey Dahmer or some shit like that. But taking away a gay or trans person's right to bear arms, number one, it's unconstitutional. So you can kick that shit to the curb. Number two, all kinds of crap are trying to get into my computer. Don't know why. Man, that computer update takes you a long time, Unleashed. Come on, hurry it up. Giddy up, cowboy. Oh, but yeah, I'm sure Unleashed will have something to say about that. I'm trying to hold off for a minute or two because, yeah, one of my writers today was a gay man. Hold on, I'm going to put this up here. One of my gay writers today was a gay couple, and they were telling me that they were notified by the ACLU about a lawsuit being filed on behalf of couples that were denied voting rights because they are lesbians. They cannot be denied voting rights because they are lesbian. They might be being notified in advance of something, but you cannot deny a lesbian or gay man of voting rights simply because you don't like their sexual orientation. This has already been argued. This has already been stiffly put to bed. I am sorry if the conservative right-wing Christians are like, no, we only need straight people voting. No, you don't. Your computer takes forever to restart, apparently. I know this is my first beer, so yeah. What's sadder is the last podcast I had somebody comment, well, you shouldn't be drinking. I don't care. It's my podcast, my channel. If I feel like doing it, I'm going to do it. Unlike TikTok, I will be doing TikTok here shortly, but right now I'm doing this because I want to do it. I felt the need. I've got points to make. Now, if True Crime Rail will pull his head out of his ass and get his computer running faster, it would just be faster to buy a new computer at this point and then keep almost nothing on it. Like this computer that I'm using right now with a fancy webcam and everything, because it has a 1080p camera, but unless you pay for the service, StreamYard doesn't give you 1080p. And all my cameras are 1080p, so go figure that one out. All right. Having said that now, yeah, I'm going to have to move on to my second point tonight. Let me switch to my readers. I'm getting old, but yeah, still young enough to whoop your ass, but old enough to have to need readers. It's called getting old, people. Get over it. But yeah, Unleashed, get a new computer. Spend $500 to get a cheap Walmart computer that runs some stuff, and it will run faster. You might have to relearn all the computer skills you just learning to use your old dinosaur, but you'll be up and about faster. My computer took like 15 seconds to restart. Okay, second point. Republican names are being redacted from the Epstein files, but not Democrats. I think this is wholly corrupt. Trump still says it's a Democratic hoax. Then why are you redacting your own name? There are hundreds or maybe even thousands of pages that are nothing but redacted lines of text. Some of them have a few lines right at the bottom or scattered up. If that's redacted, you're worried about something. And I think all the names should be released, just like when Black Lives Matter came out. I did not do the Black Lives Matter theme. I was doing All Lives Matter. Not because I'm an asshole and I wanted to be an ironic white guy. It's because I stand by what I say. Okay. Well, you still have to. Okay. Are you up and running, or is your computer just completely falling apart, dude? But yeah, Republican names being redacted from the Epstein files, but not Democrats. Let's see all of them. Okay, now to see. You got all your shit hooked up? Let's find out. Hello, I think he is.
Hello.
What took so long?
I had to do an update on my computer. I had to unplug my camera and replug it back in.
Okay, so you heard about the gays and trans being possibly denied the right to bear arms.
Yes, I heard that because
And
while I was doing all this, I was listening to you on my phone.
Okay, now given that, I would say that this borders on
Discrimination.
oh, that's not all. That's just some of it. I would say sedition, because Trump thinks they have a mental problem. Some of them probably do. All of us have mental problems of some kind.
Yeah.
But, well, they don't like me. I don't like them. They're mentally deranged. They don't get a gun. Okay, by the same token, the flat out MAGA supporters don't need to buy a gun either.
Yep.
Because the kid who got his head blown off at that rally, he was a Trump supporter. He donated money to that exact campaign.
But yet he tried to take him out.
Uh-huh. You're not disproving my point. You're only helping with the inflection there. I had a second viewer there for a second, but I don't know. I'm not worried. I'm not too worried about it.
Now have you heard? Apparently, the Epstein survivors were holding a press conference, and you had Thomas Massie, who's a Republican, and Ro Khanna, who's a Democrat. They're listening to them. At the same time of this press conference, there was a military flyover, and Thomas Massie made the statement that Trump is trying to intimidate the Epstein survivors by having a flyover at the same time of their press conference.
Having a flyover interrupts them for maybe 30 seconds, if that. Now, if he really wants to piss them, no, I'm not going to give him that idea. Fuck you. I'm not going to go into that one, because if somebody happens to tell Donald Trump that one, or somebody hears about it and spreads it, I don't want to be responsible for that one.
But yeah,
no, a good way to shut them up. A good way to shut them up, like Donald got silenced. That's all I'm going to say. Do not say it. Do not say how it was done. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Don't shut up. Don't say it.
No. Apparently, these Epstein survivors were name dropping Donald during the press conference. One of them said that Jeffrey Epstein said that he had very powerful friends, and Donald Trump was his biggest brag.
Okay,
While
well,
while he was doing what he
you give me a minute. I've got to go help out with the other videos that are being made right now, not mine. But I'll be back in a second. You tell me. You go ahead and explain why gay and trans people should not be denied the right to bear arms, and I will be back momentarily. Go on, expound upon it.
well, the right to bear arms is basically the Second Amendment, and just because someone's gay or lesbian doesn't mean that they should not be able to bear arms because because they're a marginalized community. And what I mean by marginalized is people always attacking them and everything else, and just the whole just the whole taking the right to have a gun away is basically yelling open season on gays and lesbians for anybody else who owns a gun. Just like gays and lesbians shouldn't have their voting rights taken away. The Christian conservative far right, yeah, is so drowned in their ideals that if you're gay or lesbian, you're a cancer or a disease to society, which is bullshit.
That's up to you, dear. I would put them off to the side, but yeah. Alrighty, did you get to have fun explaining that?
Yeah. Well, and just like the gay couple I had, they were on the way to the to pick up their car because all the windows got busted out from that hailstorm the other Wednesday night.
Yep.
And they were notified by the ACLU of a pending lawsuit filed by a lesbian couple who recently got married, and were told that they were not allowed to vote, even though they voted in previous elections before.
Okay, well, they're from here, and the ACLU notified them of two lesbians who were denied the right to vote.
Yeah.
And I would be that would beg the question: where the fuck were these lesbians from? Were they voting? And then two, why didn't they tell the people that's illegal?
The lawsuit is in Alabama.
Well, you're in the deep fucking South. The fuck do you think they were gonna fucking tell you about them? Start making lesbian love on the deck? Okay,
yeah, even though they voted and passed, they voted in.
Do Republicans give a shit?
No.
Okay. Republican names being redacted from the Epstein files, but not Democrats. What's your take on that?
Cover up.
Yeah, well, like everybody, here's the fucked up part. Trump's like, well, what if Bill Clinton's on the list? We know he's on the list. Yeah. We know Hillary's on the list. We know a lot of people that are going to be on those lists. If you're having to redact them and block everything out, well, we want to ruin the. No, that's you being partisan. That's using the DOJ to weaponize that against Democrats.
Yes,
How can that not be seen as anything other than that?
Yep. And this very well-renowned attorney, she's very pro MAGA, and very, very, very far right, and she has come out with an op-ed recently about how the election machines and the election system is horribly how'd she put it? in dire need of somebody just screaming emergency powers and a nationwide sovereignty over said election machines, to where the rightful party would never lose power.
Oh, we're gonna get to that here on the last point. I got when I make it. We're not there yet, okay?
Okay.
Trust me, we will cover that exact subject in tonight's live. I guarantee you, it's the last question on the page. I made sure it was the last question. Okay, now the Kennedy honors. They got hijacked by Trump, and he is trying to pick nominees that match his agenda viewpoints. I actually read some stories on this. Did you know that Tom Cruise turned it down? He stated scheduling conflicts and shit like that. But he stated in an earlier interview the day before it was supposed to happen, or a few days before it happened, that it's being politicized. He is not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard him say in an interview as well that he is not on board with the Trump administration, with this politicization of the Kennedy Center and
He is a
honors.
movie star and a social influencer in an odd kind of way, which you know.
Yeah.
That's his lane. If he decides to become a bitchy little diva on the set of a movie, how long has he been in the movies?
30 plus years. Since what, Top Gun?
Last I knew it was like 1984.
Yeah. Risky Business was his first movie. And then Top Gun, and then.
And what year is it?
Risky Business was 84.
Okay, and what year is it now?
2025.
How many years is that?
Let's see, God, almost 50.
41 years. If he becomes a bitchy little diva on a set of a movie,
he has the right.
Much like Barbara Streisand, he's allowed to.
No, don't get started.
That's all he's ever done is make movies.
Don't get started on Christian Bale.
Did Christian Bale single-handedly write, produce, and direct, and do all of his own stunts for any of the Batman series?
No, he just threw hissy fits like a little diva.
Now, did Christian Bale's version of Batman change the world?
No.
Actually, it did.
Oh.
Christian Bale's version of Batman. You kidding with Heath Ledger? You fucking serious? How did that not change the fucking zeitgeist of cinema? But did Christian Bale himself alter the complete alter the trajectory of an entire industry? No. It was his character that did that. The movie he was in did that. Tom Cruise actually did it, though.
Yeah, Aaron Eckhart, who played Two-Face in The Dark Knight,
I know,
has stated, in post-mortem interviews about Heath Ledger, that Heath will be walking back and forth, talking to himself, and Aaron Eckhart says, I love how the fact that he wasn't just playing the Joker, he was the Joker, and he said I have never seen a terrified look on Tim Burton's face before. He said Tim Burton was horrible. Yeah, not Tim Burton. Who was the other guy that directed the Batman series?
Christopher Nolan.
Okay, Christopher Nolan had a terrified look on his face just by seeing, because no one had seen Heath Ledger. He'd show up in his Joker makeup.
You can talk about Aaron Eckhart all you want. What I enjoyed was Kevin Smith's take on it.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith was talking about it a few years later, and he's like, man, I went to go see The Dark Knight, and I was all this hype. And then when I watched the movie, as I was watching it, I realized I'm not watching Heath Ledger at all.
Yeah.
I was watching the Joker in the flesh.
Aaron Eckhart said the same thing. He said when Heath would show up in the paint and in the suit, he wasn't. It wasn't Heath on the set. It
Well,
was
on the
the
screen, like
Joker on
when
the
I
set.
first saw it, I saw it a few years afterwards. But when I saw The Dark Knight, I was watching. I was thinking the same thing everybody else was initially. Is okay. It's getting rave reviews. It's worth a watch. We're going to see Heath Ledger playing the Joker, but we'll see that one-sided dimensionality. After they showed his first scene and then cut to Bruce, I was like, I had to stop the movie we were watching on DVD. I'm like, we're not watching Heath Ledger. Everybody gives me a weird look. Like we're not watching Heath Ledger at all. We're watching the Joker. He completely inhabited that space.
Yeah. I mean, even Christian Bale said that that Heath on set was not Heath. It was the Joker. And Christian Bale said he got so into that role, of the Joker, that that he lost himself. Heath lost himself in that role during
Yeah.
making that movie, to the point where you couldn't tell which one was Heath and which one was the Joker.
Now, getting back on point real fast, the Kennedy Center was hijacked by Trump. Trump appointed himself the head chair there.
Mm-hmm.
He only wants to induct members who share his agenda viewpoints or his political viewpoints. And what's disturbing is a list of people who were actually given honors by the Kennedy Center.
Yeah.
And I was flabbergasted. Kiss? Really? Kiss loses credibility by siding with Trump and accepting an honor from a one-sided guy who wants to only share his ideations politically.
Well, in the words of Gene Simmons, he was asked several years ago about about the fans, you'd wrapping up their, like, I guess it was their third farewell tour.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons made the statement in the interview, "Why do I care? I'm rich."
Yeah, but Gene Simmons, Kiss itself should not be a politicized thing, and he just made it that.
No.
I'm also not too happy with Sly Stallone for accepting Kennedy honor because of Trump.
Weren't they friends for like a long time, or?
I think they were associates for a while. I don't believe they were friends. But yeah, I when Trump appoints himself as the chair of the Kennedy Center, I'm like, you just costed everything. Like Lin-Manuel Miranda was supposed to perform during the Kennedy honors.
Yeah.
He refused. And since he didn't sign a contract, he was not obligated to do it. So they canceled the recital of Hamilton because it's under Trump's control, which I understand. I'm all for.
Yeah. I mean, why would you want to politicize Hamilton?
Hamilton's already a politically charged thing in itself, and I just went and saw the 10th anniversary.
Yeah.
In theaters, and the sound is mind blowing. My home DVD is better at the picture quality because it's in 1080p.
Yeah.
But the sound quality is just to die for. I actually cried a few times. I was tearing up through most of the damn movie. I wasn't like crying, albeit I was tearing up. I had tears rolling down my face.
You were on the verge.
No, it was just that moving. It was that good. There were a whole 12 people in that theater.
Wow.
And there's this old white guy. He must have been like 70 or 80 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And during some of the best parts of the movie,
mm-hmm.
when they got up with the numbers and the audience, he's clapping right along with the audience.
Wow.
Which is a really weird thing. Okay, now, next point. Head of household voting for entire households.
Yeah, that goes down to it's called the Save Act, or
that's only made it through the House. It hasn't made it to the Senate. I know. I checked that one.
Yeah, that bill right there strips away voting rights for women.
Well, officially, it is unconstitutional. From what I was reading, I actually read some of the bill. It violates at least four of the constitutional amendments.
Do you think they fucking care?
I know they don't care, but that's why it's up to us to point it out. You can't if you live by yourself and you're the head of household, you get a vote. If you're a household of like six different adults, all of whom that vote, the only vote they want is the head of household, and it's they're going to say it's the guy who's the head of household. Do I believe in stripping down their rights? Fuck no. I want everybody to vote who can vote legally. That's all.
Yeah.
It's a very simple requirement. If you can legally vote and you're registered to vote, vote.
Yeah, it's like they're stripping away the suffrage movement from the 1800s.
Because they only want Christian conservative men who are the head of their household voting. I mean, I don't know if your wife votes. I'm imagining she does.
Yeah, she does.
How does she feel about losing her right to vote?
She's not happy about it, and yeah, I finally opened her eyes to exactly how Trump is, and she goes, "Honey," she goes, "Next time we vote," she goes, "Make sure we vote this little asshole out of office."
Yeah, the second tier problem with that is you have to take his control of the election away. He wants to unilaterally control it. That's why taking away mail-in ballots works for him.
Yes, and he also wants to decertify election machines in Democratic-ran states and
No, he wants to decertify the vote. Period in Democratic areas. It's not kind of. He just wants to do. If you're not a Republican white guy, you don't count.
Yeah,
and that's illegal too. Every state has their own milieu, like ours.
Mm-hmm.
Ours here is what do you have to do to vote? Other than register, what do you have to do when you go vote?
Show your ID.
It's been that way for I don't know how long. It's been that way since I started voting back in 1998.
Yep.
I don't find it crazy that you should have to. Now, with mail-in ballots, I could see a little bit of a problem, but judging on the margin of error with mail-in voting, I'd say mail-in voting was perfectly valid to do.
Yeah, he don't want mail-in balloting because of the 2020 rigged election.
He doesn't want it because of Putin. Putin told him that they outlawed mail-in voting in Russia. You had to show up in person, day of, and vote.
Yeah,
mail-in ballots are illegal in Russia, and so he maintains power that way. Trump would love to do that too. Unfortunately, he can't. That's up to each state. It's already written up it's already literally written in the Constitution.
Yeah, but Trump wipes his ass with the Constitution.
I get that, but again, we have to lead a charge on stopping that, which is why I keep telling everybody: if you're get registered to vote legally, and then go vote.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just for the presidential election; it's for the local elections now too, because Republicans are trying to waylay in and say, "Hey, this vote doesn't count because I don't like them. They're Democrats." That's not a reason to discount their vote. That's called disenfranchisement.
Yep, and I believe this November they're having a special election in California.
Gavin why Newsom, they're doing that?
Yes, for the map the now, maps.
You understand why that's happening?
Because he wants the voters. He wants to hear the voters on the maps.
No, he doesn't want the voters redoing the maps. What he's doing is asking his constituents, state of California, to vote whether they should redistrict or not, leaving it up to the voters if they want it. If it overwhelmingly landslide victories in, they can draw the maps however they want.
Yes, and so far they did a poll there in California about Gavin Newsom's new maps, and right now it's sitting at 50%, 57% yes, and 37% no.
Either way, it looks like a landslide victory for him if they can keep the momentum up until November.
Yeah. November of this year. So 2 months.
That's why he's doing it. He wants to let the people, instead of what Texas did, is like, we don't care. We're going to redo the maps whether you want us to or not. He's asking California, do you want this? And apparently, overwhelmingly, they do. Like, I saw a map recently of the Democrat area and
Yeah.
the Republican area. Most of the inner part of California, the part that's just on our side of the mountains,
Yeah.
all Republican. It's the rural areas. It's the country folk, the hayseeds. Everywhere within 200 miles of the coast
Mm-hmm.
is voting almost entirely Democrat. If you go by population, most of California wants them to do it the way they're doing it, democratically.
Yes. And now Missouri is also bending its knee to Trump. They are also in the middle of redistricting
And
as well.
unlike 2 years ago, you now have a family member who's involved in the fight for fighting against Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Your relative, Mr. Hawley, has decided he's going to try to start rallying against Trump as well. I've watched the videos.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They're not AI. They are him saying, we're supposed to be giving the power to the people, not taking it from the people. Even though 2 years ago he was the exact opposite.
He was
Now-
sucking Trump's dick.
Next topic. You're going to love this one. You're going to love this one. RFK Jr. grilled by Congress. He stated that the woman he fired said that she is not an honest, decent person. Yes, I've watched the video. He vehemently, with all of his fucking being, was damn near yelling as loud as he can yell with that death growl of his,
Yeah.
that she admitted that she was not an honest and decent person. I think he's full of shit, and I agree with most of the people that were questioning him, because they're like, dude, you're a fuck up. You're a failure. Your own family doesn't even like you. You're a vaccine skeptic. The only vaccine that I would say to take away
Yeah.
is the one vaccine we really, really don't need.
COVID.
Because you remember what the you remember what the death rate nationwide of COVID was?
Oh fuck, I can't remember now. Like 0.1% or something like that.
0.00042. 1/40,000th of a percent. The survivability rate of COVID, 99.998% survivability rate. Now, what do you think about them grilling RFK Jr. in his responses? Mind you, he spent a great deal of time telling everybody they were wrong, he was right. He is the scientist. All these other world-renowned scientists whose work went into curing the world of all these things through vaccines, he says they're wrong. What's your take on that?
I have not. I have not even had a chance to watch the grilling yet.
Dude, you're behind. That went fucking viral today.
Dude, I was out driving all day with Uber. I didn't get home till like 5 o'clock.
Dude, they started airing those snippets last night.
Yeah. I started driving this morning at 10 and didn't get done till 5.
Dude, they were viral when I got up and got on my phone at 9 a.m.
Now I don't check social media as soon as I get up.
Phone died. All right, take care of her in a minute. But yeah, you really should go and watch a snippet of that. If you have to pull out your phone, do that real quick. I got to take a quick break. I'm going to mute my mic. You go ahead and watch the videos real fast or see if you can fit one in. But yeah, I'll be back here in a second.
Okay.
Senator, they deserve the truth, and that's what we're going to give them for the first time in the history of that agency. Mr. Secretary, thank you for your attention. In June, you fired every member of the well-qualified panel that was charged with recommending vaccines to the CDC. No one in your job has ever fired every committee member all at once. That month, you told the American people that you were, quote, going to bring great people onto the ACIP panel, not anti-vaxxers. Are you aware that another one of these new members, Dr. Levy, wrote that, quote, evidence is mounting and indisputable that mRNA vaccines cause serious harm, including death, especially among young people? Yes or no? Are you aware that he said that? I wasn't aware he said it, but I think I agree with it. You agree with it? It's not true. I applaud you for joining the president in a call for transparency. Thank you for that. I said yesterday, I believe it, that President Trump deserves a Nobel Prize for Operation Warp Speed. If he had been President Obama, he would have gotten it. But because of Operation Warp Speed, forcing the federal government to come to a vaccine development within 10 months when others said it couldn't be done, we saved millions of lives globally, trillions of dollars. We reopened the economies. Incredible.
Oh, just seeing him sit there.
Mr. Secretary, do you agree with me that the president deserves a Nobel Prize for Operation Warp Speed? Yeah.
They're saying that the president deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for Operation Warp Speed during the pandemic.
Well, I don't know if he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for that because it certainly helped stymie Des, I guess. But we didn't even get up to 1.5 million deaths here.
Mm-mm.
Now, in places like India, they were burning bodies in the street and the sidewalks everywhere.
Oh yeah, because India doesn't have the same type of medical infrastructure that we do.
They don't have medical infrastructure, period. You come when you're sick. Other than that, you don't come in.
Yeah.
Now, were you watching his response to them questioning his medical knowledge?
Yeah, and especially about the mRNA shot, the Myrna shot. Some of the vaccine skeptics that he brought in for the new committee, one of them was saying that the Myrna shot causes deaths in adolescents and young children, and our kids, well, that's true, and this Democratic senator says, No, Mr. Kennedy, that's a lie.
What I want to know is where's the proof? If him and his vaccine skeptic friends are saying it caused deaths, where's the data?
Yeah, that's what that's what this Democratic senator was saying. He said, "Mr. Kennedy," he goes, "That's a lie."
Did you hear did you hear where he was questioned about his firing of that lady he fired?
Yes, and what you said, she wasn't respectable or blah 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 blah, and the Senate Democratic senator says, she is very well respected. You're just a quack.
Well, do you happen to recall what his profession was before he joined this administration?
I don't think he had one, did he?
Yeah, he did. I was listening to Dr. Phil right before I stopped listening to him because he interviewed RFK Jr.
Yeah, I don't think I remember what his line of profession was.
Okay, now mind you, he's a vaccine skeptic, right? He wants to bring healthy America back again.
Yeah.
He was an environmental lawyer.
Wow.
This dumb chode choking on fucking Donald Trump's nut is in charge of the well-being of the entire United States, and he's an environmental lawyer, not a health expert at all.
Now, have you heard this one? This happened within the last 8 hours. Pete Hegseth has renamed the DOD to the Department of War.
Yes, I heard that. And what else can you say for a glory hound who's never actually done anything? Like when he was awaiting confirmation, a lot of vets in Congress. Well, he knows the difference between this gun and that gun. That makes him qualified to be the head of the Department of Defense.
Yeah, I want to get your.
I'm sorry, but that's fucking dumb.
I want to get your take on this. Apparently, the Department of War under Pete Hegseth,
the drunk,
the drunk, they are drawing up plans to bomb Mexico.
Well, that's illegal. You can't start a war with Mexico without Congress approving of it.
Yeah, their idea, these war plans, they call it, is they want to bomb Mexico and invade Mexico.
Well, since they don't give a shit about the Constitution, what are they going to worry? But at some point, our Congress and our Supreme Court should stand up for what's legal and what's not.
Yeah.
Them saying, oh, he's the president, we'll give him carte blanche over anything he wants to do. No, rein his ass in. Well, I don't deserve to have rules. That's called a dictatorship, dumbass. And no, his comment last week about, well, some people seem to think it's a dictatorship's a good thing. No, that's called a wet dream. Tell Melania to pull her dildo out of your ass.
Yeah, and just like Amy Coney Barrett was on CBS Mornings, and Amy Coney Barrett said there should be independence of the Supreme Court.
She's saying that after going along with all the bullshit she's helped cause with Trump.
Yeah.
I trust her about as much as I trust a $50 hooker.
Yeah, and Amy Coney Barrett, Justice Kavanaugh, Justice Gorsuch, they all three came from the Heritage Foundation. They were working with the Heritage Foundation.
Yes, and the Heritage Foundation is a Republican conservative think tank that wants to bring a theocracy back. Yes, they want to be, you need to be Christian to even be alive here.
Yes, and I didn't know this until maybe a couple of days ago. I actually did some research on it. Mike Pence is a distinguished fellow at the Heritage Foundation.
Yeah, well, I really don't care about Mike Pence. Mike Pence can't really do any damage because you don't see him up on social media shouting about how Trump needs to do this and how Trump needs to do that.
Mm-mm.
Just like I was shocked to find that 3 Republicans were joining the outcry for unredaction and releasing of the Epstein files in full.
Oh,
Marjorie
yes.
Taylor Greene?
Is one of them.
I mean, would she stop hitting the crack pipe or what?
Well, right here's this happened. CBS News, House votes 212 to 208 to approve Jeffrey Epstein probe measure.
Yeah, and Republican, the MAGA Congress is going to do whatever the hell they want to do.
No,
They'll release all the names they want released, but not releasing the names of people that they're trying to protect because they're loyalists.
Jasmine Crockett, who is now the co-chair of the of the Oversight Committee, she and the rest of the Democrats on the committee tricked 3 Republicans into voting with them to get a subpoena for the Epstein files.
I don't think they deceived anybody. I don't think those Republicans were deceived in any way. Just like I don't see a Republican taking office. I mean, people are swirling around. Well, J.D. Vance will be the next president. I don't think so. At this point, I don't think our country would like the taste of any Republican after Trump's gone.
Especially MAGA light.
MAGA at all. We need for me on my last podcast, I went forward with the idea that if you're in a nursing home and you're adult-minded, you've had phone calls where you've given money away to people who say they're your relatives or some crap. If you're that easily convinced and you're that easily swayed, I would just assume you not vote because you don't know what the fuck you're voting for in the first goddamn place.
Yeah.
Like, if you're ridden with Alzheimer's, you still have a right to vote? No, take that shit away. You're not of sound mind. I mean, God, my mom has memory issues, but my mom voted wholeheartedly for Kamala Harris.
Yeah,
She's a diehard Republican, so go figure that one.
Yeah, Captain Kankles said, and this reporter asked him about his health, and in this last White House press interview that he did from the Oval Office, and Captain Kankles looked at the reporter and says, "That is the most stupidest question that I've ever heard about my health." But yet his right hand is swollen and bruised, and you can clearly see caked on makeup over his hands.
He doesn't want to appear to be fragile in any way. With the MAGA base saying, "Oh, he's our savior," he wants to keep this "I am a god" thing going on in his own life.
But yeah, a question: this "I am a god" thing, I don't see him lasting this presidency.
At the rate it's going, I don't see it either. But everybody's hoping and praying that something will happen, like what the Simpsons predicted.
Yeah.
I'm of the sound mind and assimilation that don't count on him dying. Do not count on it.
No, the only thing I would count on is hopefully Democrats would win back the House and Senate and get his ass out of office.
To do that, you got to have everybody voting. Everybody's pissed off at Donald Trump. Get registered to vote. Then vote locally for Democrats.
Yeah.
Because most of the Republicans are just sucking his dick. Okay, now, next question. This will cover all of the shit we were talking about earlier. Remember when I told you we were going to get to it?
Yeah.
We're to it now. Last point. Florida getting rid of all vaccines.
Like, what the fuck?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, Florida is getting rid of all vaccines.
Have you heard of it before today?
Mm-mm.
Where the fuck are you sleeping? In a cave? In Afghanistan? Dude, this has made news on every fucking channel there is for 2 days.
I
This
haven't
was
watched the news in
yesterday
2 days.
morning.
I've been busy trying to freaking earn money, man.
Dude, it's been on the Good Morning shows, the late night, everything about Florida eliminating all vaccines.
Well, the child death rate's going to go up in Florida.
Well, Florida, as it stands, needs to sink. One of the few times you're going to hear me say that. All these fucking, well, we don't need this. We want to have a choice in what we put in our body. Motherfuckers, half of you fucking old people are alive because of vaccines, you fucking retards.
Now, I have heard that a federal judge has ruled that Alligator Alcatraz is unsafe for anybody to be housed there. So the federal judge has officially condemned Alligator Alcatraz and has ordered its shut down.
Well, it also has earned another nickname, which is growing on everybody.
Alligator Auschwitz?
Nope.
What?
Donald's Dachau. You remember hearing about Dachau, right?
Yeah. Well, which was a sister camp of Auschwitz.
It was a concentration camp for the Jews, yes. It was one of the biggest. That's why people are naming all these. Is like Auschwitz automatically comes up. Dachau usually pops up. Birkenbindwall or whatever the hell that other one is. I don't remember all of them. There were a lot of
Birkenstall.
concentration camps.
Yeah, Birkenstall. Now, did you hear that they built one here in Kansas?
No, they haven't, but they're trying to get funding for it.
Yeah,
They haven't built it yet. They're trying to propose it. The only problem is enough people here have brains to reject it. And yes, we all know Kobach and Estes and Marshall and the other one are all for it because they will get on bended knee and suck deep throat style Donald Trump off. And yes, I'm going to be on TikTok after this to do a live there as well. If I can manage it. I gotta.
You mean MAGA talk?
Well, I got a few people who want to see me go live on TikTok, and apparently most of my family that I personally know, most of them are anti-MAGA. Like, there's a wide swath of my relatives that are long distant relatives in Kentucky and Tennessee and Florida. They do not like me.
Why? Because you're anti-MAGA?
Because I'm not a Trump person. And they're like, well, what about this person? No, you get rid of the MAGA supporters first off.
Yeah.
Then I'm on the bandwagon for at least listening to you. Until that happens, I'm out of that conversation.
Yeah, this is for a local election. Yeah, coming up. Yes, for school board. You have 3 Christian conservatives running for our school board.
Okay.
One of them, one of them has apparently already did an interview. I think it was with Channel 10 or Channel 3 or whichever one, and they stated that what is wrong with the USD 259 is the kids here have lost their godly principles.
Because Republicans think you need God in every fucking decision you make. They think that you should run your life like Desmond Doss and pray before every goddamn decision you make.
Mm-hmm.
We're past that era of time. And me, I don't vote Republican anymore if I can help it, unless they really fucking show proof that they're about the people. And most of them are not.
No.
In fact, most of them are completely against the people.
Yeah.
And so we want to make a Christian nation. The problem is our nation wasn't founded by Christians.
No.
Our founding fathers were actually Freemasons.
Yes. And the only thing I can think of is what was has been said and said and said. This is not our fathers or grandfathers Republican Party anymore. This is not the party of Reagan. This
Well, like those arguments, I can tell you almost precisely when I went from fucking blood red, chest thumping, fucking screaming in your face Republican to independent.
was it 2016?
No, I was independent way before that. When the Tea Party came in, I was okay, there might be something good. Then I find out it's nothing but a bunch of fucking Boeing workers who are, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old.
Yeah.
All elderly, and they don't want to pay for their health insurance. They expect the company to pay for it, plus them having all the benefits that Boeing gives them on top of all that. So they're wanting Boeing to give them raises every quarter. They want their medical shit paid for by the company. So no matter how much they're making, the company still pays for it. On top of the company benefits they're already getting, which covers health insurance.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? And then they're like, well, we want somebody who's in it for the workers. It's like, all you care about is what we want. We want everything paid. We don't have to pay. We don't want to pay a single fucking cent for anything. The company should pay for it. We fucking have a day where we lose our shit. Company pays for it. It's like, yeah, no, I'd fire you over that.
Yeah. Well,
And then when Obama spoke and pointed out that these folks were just feckless assholes, living off the tit of the company, they wanted the company to pay them plus pay every expense they were going to have. And then Boeing, when they tried to fire half of the workers because they were aging out,
Yeah.
you don't want some dude who's 80 years old brazing your parts together.
No. One of my writers here, like yesterday, he actually works out at Learjet, right? Really nice dude. He's about your age, 40. Yeah, he's maybe 2 years younger than you. He's about 41 or 42, and
Dude, that's like 3 or 4 years younger than me.
Well, he was telling me that he's been at Learjet for like the last 10, 15 years, and he does like the avionics on the Learjets.
Yeah.
And he said, bro, he said, you're not gonna believe this. He said, how many people I work around that are pushing, retirement age. And I'm like, what, people building the planes? He said, no. He said, the people that I work with doing the avionics on the planes. He said, we're a 9-man crew that works on the avionics.
Yeah.
He said at least 6 of them are damn near 70.
Yeah.
And I guess he asked him, why they haven't retired yet. And one of the individuals says, I'm not retiring because I need this to live. Paycheck to paycheck, month to month. And
what did they do with all that money they've been making for decades?
It's all stored away in stocks, bonds, and IRAs.
So cash the shit in. You don't need $12 billion to fucking retire on.
Yeah.
I mean, God, when do you stop saving and start spending it? Because, well, I'm saving it for my grandkids. Your kids are going to have that shit spent in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And I've heard that line from some of the workers back when too. I got to talk to a few of the a few of the people that were in the Tea Party back in the day when Bush was still in office,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Well, my grandchildren need to go to college. What about their parents? Their parents don't make the kind of money I do. Are their parents dumb or no? Their parents got hooked on both their parents got hooked on meth, and now they can't provide for them. So you did something wrong. I didn't do shit wrong. You were gone their entire childhood, and now you're guilt tripping yourself. It's like, oh, I need to put these. No, make the fucking grandkids work their way through college. Make them become adults.
Yeah.
You're not going to teach them anything. But here's your college fund. Here's all of my retirement. Go get a fucking job and work.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to do that because they might end up like my kids. Your kids made bad choices because you made bad choices. You wanted to be the workhorse and never be home for 40 fucking years. Then when your kids fuck up and your grandkids come of age, oh, I'll support them because their parents can't. No, you let them hate their parents and move on with life.
Yeah. You just like I had a writer today. I picked him up from a job interview at what is Buffalo Wild Wings out west, right? And it was a Gen Zer, and
Okay.
yeah, and I asked him how'd the interview go. Well, it went okay until we got to the pay. I'm like, okay, well, what was wrong with the pay? Yeah, it wasn't what I was wanting to make an hour. Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings was going to start them off at $12 to $13 an hour. That's
Okay.
that's
decent.
base. They were wanting $16 to $17 an hour to start.
Why is it everybody wants to get paid like $20 an hour when they don't have any experience doing shit?
Yeah, and this was their first job.
They're not going to get that pay base.
No, and I said $13 an hour isn't a bad start off. Yeah, I'm like, work your way up, and they're like, well, no, I need $16 to $17 an hour to fund my lifestyle.
Change your lifestyle, then, bitch.
I'm like, okay, well, what kind of lifestyle do you have? Just basic questions. Well, when I'm not dressing like this, I'm a furry.
That's a you problem, not a me problem.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh well, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, those costumes are expensive, and it's not the company's job to reimburse you for that shit. It's your job to save and get that shit.
Yeah. But I've noticed it's a trend with Gen Z. They don't want to start out like you and I started out at the bottom with minimum wage.
They don't want to accept minimum. When I talk to most kids that are Gen Z, and you talk about starting off at minimum wage, here it's too low. I couldn't live on $7 and a quarter an hour. It's like, you can't live on your own. Period. The fuck you worried about your pay?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. If you can't budget for $7.25 an hour, if you can't budget your money to afford the things you should be able to, why the fuck are you looking for a job?
Yeah, because see, I mean, yes, it's the minimum wage is $7.25 an hour, but a lot of companies like McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, they start you off at $10 an hour, $11 an hour. And like Brahms and Arby's start you off at like $13 an hour. How is that not enough to live on, making $12 to $13 an hour?
They expect the company to pay to be able to pay well enough so that they don't have to worry about what they're going to do with their money. They just want to have it spent already on what they want. It's, well, I'm on my mom and dad's insurance, so I'm really comfortable with that. But I want a brand new car. It's like, save up for the car, then, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my mom and dad said I shouldn't have to get my own car. Then your parents should get the crap beat out of them and be whooped just as badly as you should be. Your parents spoiled you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a case of you need to grow up. It's you need to be out on your own. Because, I live with my mom and dad, and I'm still living there. There's a customer that I have to deal with on occasion, not very often. He is 23. He still lives with his mom and dad. He is the youngest kid in his family. He still lives with mommy and daddy. Then he comes up and says, well, I have to live here. You can't beat the price. Like, dude, if you want cheap rent, go somewhere else and look for it. Or apply to get your own fucking place. You paying a third of the rent is not being an adult.
No.
It's called scapegoating your lifestyle. Well, I wouldn't be able to afford this and this. You don't need this, and this. You need a vehicle, you need insurance, and you need a fucking job.
Yeah.
Well, I can't afford to do this, and I can't afford to fix my car. His car is a Nissan imitation of a Porsche. You've seen those cars, right?
Yeah, I've seen those cars.
And the sad part is this boy ain't small.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like 4 of me put together.
Damn.
But he's driving this small ass car. Well, I can't afford this, and this if I'm busy. If I don't just live with people, dude, grow the fuck up. What are you gonna do? Rent a hotel room every time you need to get laid? You can tell your mom and dad, oh, sorry, I'm with a girl right now at the house. Wear a condom, mijo. You said the last thing we're going to get to is about the elections and shit.
No,
I said the last thing we're going to get to was about vaccines.
Oh.
That's what we were talking about when I had to cut you off because I knew we were going to get there in the first place.
This whole vaccine skeptic bullshit is so idiotic and stupid. Vaccines save lives.
I would say 99% of them save lives. Yes, total agreement.
And what? Yeah, I've heard the name the Moderna mRNA. I think it's measles, mumps.
That's MMR.
Okay. Okay. What is Myrna then?
That's a living part of a virus or disease.
Yeah.
mRNA.
Yeah.
That's where they take a little chunk of a living infection and use it as a vaccine.
Yeah. Yeah. The mRNA is one of the shots that yeah, I'm just gonna call him freaking McNugget Man, RFK Jr. as one of the shots that him and his vaccine skeptic committee banned was
You're hearing from Congress that he's a fucking idiot for trying to end vaccines.
Yes,
it's like, dude, without a vaccine, you'd be dead.
Now, do you know what he was? Yeah, he was doing it. Did a post on fucking Twitter, to where as part of MAHA, Make America Healthy Again, he wants to outlaw. He wants to ban the sale of alcohol.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
No, and as soon as he said that, I'm like, okay, are we going into the temperance movement all over again, or the prohibition movement? Because you're gonna have a lot of pissed off people that want you dead.
I, for one, think he's nothing but a rabble-rousing piece of shit. And when he says, well, alcohol's harmful, dude, people have been drinking for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Just because you rely on pseudoscience and bullshit conspiracy theories doesn't mean it's true. It's not science at all. Like, for an alcoholic. For a true dyed-in-the-wool alcoholic,
Yeah.
it's best for them not to drink. They
Yes.
still have a choice.
Yeah.
Intelligent choice is not to fucking drink.
Yes, my cousin Jennifer, her grandma on her mom's side, Betsy, she passed away years ago. She was a dyed-in-the-wool alcoholic. Like a teaspoon of alcohol would get her drunk, and because that's how saturated in her body the alcohol was, it wouldn't take much to get her drunk, and that's what ended up killing her was the alcohol. Because it wreaked havoc on her liver and caused her liver to shut down, and she died in her sleep from being an alcoholic.
Yeah, I've had family members tell me that I'm going to die for drinking. It's like, do your research before you call me an alcoholic, number one. And number two, what I'm drinking and how I'm drinking it is actually preserving my body.
Yeah, I know you only drink 3 beers. Now, is it 3 beers a day or is it 3 beers a week? I forgot.
No, I drink 2 beers a day, but I drink warm beer. I drink room temperature beer. And because it's room temperature, it doesn't take as much time for the toxins to work out. Like when you drink, and here's the fucked up part about the science of it. When you drink cold beer, your body doesn't filter out or filter enough of the toxins, right?
Yeah.
When you drink room temperature beer, your body can temper all the toxins out because it's not hot, it's not cold beer. So all these people that are saying, "Oh, warm beer is nasty," slightly below room temperature beer is how the Irish and Scottish have been drinking it for forever. There he goes.
What?
Dad again and having her shout over the microphone again.
No, I had it mute. I muted it when Caitlin came up. Did you see the T-shirt she was wearing?
No, because I wasn't paying attention. For the first time ever, I'm going to say boo to Kiss. Hello, Swamp Rose. I forget who Swamp Rose is. That's the sad part.
Kiki is Kiki. She was on a panel with us at one point.
I drink everything at room temp. I totally agree. Something about it seems to be healthier. Good one. Yeah, hi, and I don't disagree. And before I started delving into drinking beer like I do, I actually did research. Robert already knows I'm well versed in research.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the death rates of people who drinking beer at certain temperatures. And they do have a lot of studies that trace beer temperature and kind of beer, all that crap. They record all the variables, and it's been literally researched in several papers and online papers that all those people who drink ice cold beer all the time, most of those people do not make it to 70.
Oh yeah.
Most of the people who drink ice cold beer all the time, typically they'd barely make it to 60. They don't make it to retirement age. And there in Ireland and Scotland, when I was looking up their rates, because they keep insanely good records, they drink just below room temperature beer. And they live to be fucking 90.
Yeah.
Drinking warm alcohol is not bad.
Mm-mm.
And yes, we're a society so blinded by temperatures and what we're told tastes good. Like when somebody, oh, this beer tastes crisp. Wrong adjective. Crisp is a temperature or a hardness.
Yeah.
Like when you order chicken, extra tasty, crispy,
Yeah.
really crunchy.
Yeah.
Or
Extra
the
crispy.
temperature.
Yeah.
It's a crisp morning. It's a cold fucking morning.
Yeah.
If you're saying, well, it tastes crisp, okay, are you referring to the temperature? No, it tastes crisp. Crisp is not a flavor. Crisp isn't a flavor. I don't care. I will die on that hill. I've been arguing this point for more than 15 years.
Yeah. Or what I thought was funny. Yeah. I dropped off somebody at a pub crawl last Saturday. That's
Oh,
all I was
God.
doing. That's all I was doing last Saturday was dropping people off at pub crawls because the Cancer Research Society was having charity events to raise money for cancer research
Oh, yeah.
at different pubs around town. And this one of the people I was dropping off, he says, "I can't wait to have a brisk Coors Light."
I would normally when people say that, I was like, "Oh, you're gonna have a cold one, huh?" I get looked at like I'm funny. Like, no, it's brisk.
And then his wife
The
gets
look
out.
on people's faces tells me whether I should let them know that crisp isn't a flavor.
Now here's the funny part though. His wife gets out of the car and says, "I think I'm gonna have a crisp Bud Light." I'm sitting there going, like, my God.
I have to laugh at it all the time because people are using when they taste like I've seen a guy tasting whiskey and like it's crisp. You're drinking 75-degree alcohol. When it has a nice shop taste to it, it's really crisp. That's not what crisp means, dumbass. It's a sharp taste to it. What's that sharp taste? Is it the hops? Is it the barley? Is it the malt? Is it the fucking oats?
It is brisk.
I mean, God, I'm waiting for Rocky to sit up out of a fucking. I'm waiting for a claymation Rocky to sit up out of a casket holding a can of brisk iced tea. It's brisk, baby. You remember that commercial from like 20, 30 years ago?
Yeah. Hey, don't forget Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh, here's a good one. Carl, what makes an apple crisp? It's either a cold fucking apple or it's really crunchy. Literally, that's where that came from. I actually had to research that one. Somebody asked me that 15 years ago, and I had to go look that shit up. What makes an apple crisp? It's either it's cold or it's crunchy. And yes, I've had crunchy apples. I hate apples. I really fucking hate them. Like, I don't eat them at all. All that bullshit of an apple a day will keep the doctor away. No, it won't. It invites diabetes and tooth rot. Because an apple is a little bit of fiber, a whole lot of sugar, and a whole lot of water. Damn, should we call her the diabetic banshee?
Yeah, my wife thought today was Thursday.
Like I said, is she the diabetic banshee? Jesus, you can hear her when she whispers. Of course, her whispers like this. It's like listening to Ron Burgundy when he loses control, or when he starts getting nervous and starts yelling. Like, well, you're old, calm your shit down. It's not that important. But yeah, I have to laugh at all these people who make stupid comments
Yeah.
about shit. Like I've been trolling the shit out of some creators on TikTok
Yeah.
because I come across this thing of, well, we need to do this in America because Trump's in the office and we need law and order. Is that when his supporters beat the shit out of law enforcement at the Capitol building, or what? Are you reading the comment?
Yeah. Your wife has a lovely voice. I don't
Yeah,
think you
I've had to
sounded
listen to it more than most people, so yeah. And when I'm talking with him on the phone, on Messenger, and I have my earbuds in, and she comes in, hey baby, 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 please take my fucking ears out of my head. Like she is screaming into his microphone. You can only do so much of that. Like, goddamn, I wasn't born with ears for her to take them out in one solid sweep. My ears are not Hiroshima, and her voice is not supposed to be the atomic fucking bomb. He's about to fall out of his chair.
I'm glad I have my little armrest down, or else I would have.
He's feeling the vapors. He's about to fall out.
No, we were standing in Dillon's yesterday, and I was I was telling her I was going to get somebody to pay you, for tomorrow,
Yeah.
and she looks at me. She goes, she goes, I think I was wrong about Carl. I think Carl's nice, and it's nice enough for him to come over and do that.
I'm nice when I feel the need to be. I'm just not nice to everybody in every circumstance because fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. I am not the welcome mat in your front door that everybody walks over.
Yeah.
I'm the asshole behind the door that if they tell me to shut the door, splat, they're getting fucking injured. I do not care. First world problems. I have no idea what that means, but okay. I'm not worried about it either. So
First world problems the day that Trump was born.
no, that's a third. That's a second world problem that became a first world problem. Just like I saw a video yesterday that the guy was calling Donald Trump Donald Trump, and then try stating that's what the original name for the Trump family was. Is like the last time I looked it up, it was Trump.
Carl, I'm talking about your mic.
Yeah, well, I do. I'm talking about my DeWalt earbuds, and DeWalt isn't known for making shitty products for the most part. If that's a first world problem, I'm happy with it. It's better than buying a $5 pair of earphones from Walmart or TikTok or Temu or Wish and not being able to use the damn things. I am, a matter of fact, after I think for Christmas, I'm going to buy myself a $100 set of wireless earbuds.
Has that cologne I bought for you, has it worked at all?
I have a better chance of an orangutan female kissing on me and it attracting more attention than that shit did.
Stay away from the zoo.
Dude, no, we actually went to the mall and I sprayed that crap all over.
Yeah.
And it was still fresh. I'm still, sending out the vibes and everything. And we went to one shop and the only gay clerk working in that shop, he started sniffing. He come up and smell really nice, honey. Thanks. I'm married and straight. Thank you. He's like, well, if you ever change your mind, honey, and we just walk away. I was like, wow.
Damn.
Call 911. He's having a heart attack. You're about to fall on your ass. I will be right back. I'll be back in a second. I got to refresh my libation. Oh.
How you doing, Kiki?
I'm still online. Remember, don't kick my power cord. Thank you.
Kiki goes, in my opinion, you shouldn't respond to a compliment like that.
When he comes back, ask him if Doge is ruining Bitcoin. Well,
Which
I've had
Doge?
a few.
Which
I've had a few podcasts about Bitcoin actually and cryptocurrency.
which Doge? The Department of Government Efficiency or the actual freaking Dogecoin?
Well, it's a theory going around right now and agree with it, but they might make some sense if we were using U.S. currency to back any part of it. Well, and the sad part is nobody knows nobody knows the damn it. I'm having issues with this damn clicker. The volatility of cryptocurrency is that, for one, cryptocurrency was invented by most of your cryptocurrency that exists now exists because of one guy, the guy who founded Bitcoin. And nobody has a picture of the founder, as much as some people, well, this is the guy. No, it's nobody has a picture of him. The guy literally, no photo exists of him that he has acknowledged. Could be very well be a woman. I get that. But the problem with cryptocurrencies is that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies can be hacked and mined, and they're not backed up by federal governments of any kind. Well, cryptocurrency in itself has become semi reliable because people can just dump their money into it, and it loses or gains value based on wildly unpredictable factors. And most of your cryptocurrencies are backed by people who are very heavily invested in it,
Mm-hmm.
making it them keeping some of the cryptocurrencies affordable makes it for the common man. But like George Clooney and several people who back cryptocurrencies aren't backing them the proper way. They want it to become the new thing, and it's like kids nowadays don't like accepting jobs for a minimum wage. So why would they decide to get into a volatile currency market that's not guaranteed to have good returns? Bitcoin is different. The person with the most Bitcoin give it to Bitcoin when they died. The person who has the most Bitcoin is anonymous.
Are you talking about the group anonymous or just an anonymous person?
No, the guy who invented Bitcoin has the most of it. You're using a microphone. No, you're fine. I get it. You're using text to speech or whatever. I get it. It's cool. But like Bitcoin, the guy who invented Bitcoin, nobody knows how much he owes, how much of it he owns, but he owns a lot of it.
What, honey? I'm on live with Carl.
Oh, I get it. You're fine. You don't have to do
What?
the research on Bitcoin quite a few years.
Tomorrow.
And the the originator of Bitcoin, nobody knows who the fuck they are at all. Do not. There's not a fucking photo. Bob can back me up. He's asked me that before.
Yeah.
He asked me that, what, 5-6 years ago?
Yeah.
And yeah, nobody knows who that person is. They've never revealed themselves.
She says, but what are you talking about, anonymous holder? Why would anybody want to tell somebody if they have 100%, if they have hundreds of millions of dollars?
Because of the way they procured getting the Bitcoin.
She said, yeah, but who invented the dollar? Are we talking about the crypto dollar? Or are we talking about the actual?
Are we talking about the US dollar? The Washington note? Because I can look that up. That's not hard. Like you're talking about the artist, the idea. It depends on what you're talking about. Because you can ask Bob, I'm an ungodly good researcher.
Yeah.
I can find answers that he doesn't even know exist. And I have to take a quick break. I will be gone for 15 seconds maybe. Stay online. I'll be back. I'll be back to adjust that statement when I come back.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kiki. It's a system that should be able to be scrutinized. And yeah, I agree with you.
It's Friday here. Are you getting that tired or something? Okay. Okay, now then. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter where the currency comes from. It's not who built it. It's a system that should be able to be scrutinized. Like the kid who got busted for Ethereum cryptocurrency.
I thought it was Hex.
Huh?
I thought it was Hex.
No,
Yeah,
I think it's Ethereum.
That Maxwell Friedman
I think that was Ethereum.
Sam Bankman Friedman.
But following on Swamp Rose, because a dollar is essentially a contract. That's all it is. It's worthless. It's a contract between you and the person you give it to, and the person who gives it to you. I would say that, but you can tear up any kind of currency. You can deface currency all you want, and it's not a crime. They will not come out and shoot you in the head for it. Robert, you should look for a good article on Doge. People think that something shady is going on right now by incorporating it or backing any of it with this talk of as currency. I don't. I think it's a good thing, but the story is getting very, very layered, and people are seeing a lot of things lately. I'm just giving you some talking points here. You are not allowed to mutilate money, actually. Tell that to everybody who rips their money. Tell everybody who crumples up their bills that that's illegal. I understand what it's called, but it's not illegal. They will not come out and shoot you and throw you in prison for it. Most of the times, you don't even get a fine. You know how many times people mutilate money? They'll take a torn bill that's in half and taped up,
Yeah.
and hand it into the convenience store and get change back from it. If it was that big a deal, they would arrest you every single time.
You know, we're not back in the old West days, which they would probably hang you for giving a clerk a torn dollar.
They don't encourage and they don't discourage defacing money.
Have you seen how many teenagers will take money and just like wad it up and crumple it up and put it in their pocket?
Hold on a moment. Okay, yes, they do discourage the defacing. Had this conversation with a couple with some of the bank of my puppy ate $200 or $300 bills. It was awful. The higher the currency, it seems the more people have a problem with it. But as long as you can tell what the bill is, most places will accept it. You just can't hand them 1/20th of a fucking $1 bill and expect them to take it.
Yeah.
Because then you could just tear a bill up into 100 pieces and hand each little bit in and pay us $1 when it's not. And that is actually illegal to do. To give little pieces of a bill as a legal tender note.
She said, "Not anymore. Not after the mutilated money law that the mutilated money law they passed. I'm pretty sure it was Obama."
Yeah, don't tell that to Quick Trip or Dillon's, Kroger's, Ralph's,
McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's,
liquor
Arby's.
stores, pawn shops. But I'm gonna have to end this because I gotta get a few other things done, and plus I'm gonna be setting up a TikTok live to go over the exact same points I went over with tonight. You guys have a terrific evening. Wish y'all well. Sleep well. Well, you probably won't, but everybody who's not you, Robert, I'll get that.
What time you coming over tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm still up. I'm still doing videos. How would I know? But I'm going to get off of here so y'all can have fun. And, yeah, enjoy yourselves. Have a great night. And go learn some things because I got to get out of here. So peace out. This is the Skeptical Scotsman signing the hell out.